When we talk offensive mindset, offensive intent, as a whole, I just want to see, you going with your bread and butter, you trying to utilize the personnel that, have gotten you to the dance. So when I look at this play right here, I get all of that. Now the execution, I don't get the finished result that I want in terms of a touchdown, but everything about this play prior to the end result, I'm a fan of. Like the fact, first off, when we're starting off and we're talking about a personnel grouping, I have 12X, meaning Kenneth Gainwell and two tight ends, right? Pat Fryer moved Jonnu Smith at the bottom of the screen. And then I got my man 74 is eligible, Spencer Anderson, right? That's my X, the extra offensive lineman element of this. So I'm coming to the party with the people that I feel give me the best chance to run the football, give me the best chance for protection if I'm trying to throw the football. But we're also building a formation. So it starts off 2x2, right? With those two receivers or the two tight ends being in a twins setup. Now you motion it down to him being in the core of the formation, and it just changes what you have to communicate and process through from a defensive standpoint. Now, as we continue on and we get ready to snap the ball, we get motion, which now we're building a 3x1, right? Trips to the right, meaning 81, 74, and 11 eligible receivers. Everything is the illusion of, man, that ball has to go to the offense's right. But the one thing that we're trying to do is get the misdirection. We want ultimately 88 to block down on 53 at the line of scrimmage. And then you get 14 on this corner with a lot of space in the one-on-one. Problem is this, man, when you're playing against a veteran on defense, and that's what 53 is. Cal Van Noy is an extremely smart player. It's hard to run misdirection plays like this versus him because of his play recognition. If you're a young player, man, all of this window dressing with these tight ends and the extra offensive linemen, you're going to take off full speed as soon as this play starts down the line. But for a guy like Cal Van Noy, you're asking yourself, whoa, hold on now. Nobody's touching me. Back is not, taking off right away with his footwork. So those are the things that then tell Cal Van Noy to do what? Get vertical, which then changes the angle for this block by Muth. And now that corner, instead of being more at the line of scrimmage or even taking a step back and giving ground, now he's stepping up and making this initial contact on our side of the ball, which then removes the advantage that we were trying to get. So up until Cal Van Noy had his play recognition, and you see it even clear from the end zone copy, up until then, I loved everything about this play because it stuck to our identity. It made sense when you're talking about where we are on the line of scrimmage, and we were getting the football in one of our playmakers' hands. But this is a true case of those guys get paid too at times, and on occasion, they will also make plays. I will say, man, Rodgers, he was slinging that rock. Boy, he was slinging that rock right here, man. Cover one, but him going to his old faithful MVS. Good to see those guys having a little bit of a connection. But, man, you talk about Rodgers, play recognition, smooth throw, anticipation, everything that you're looking for, along with nice protection on this play. MVS up top, man, just running a nice deep end, right? 10-yard in route. Nothing crazy there, but it's the timing of it. He knows that, man, once I get to a certain landmark, I got to get ready to burst. And Rodgers is anticipating that. And I just think that, man, when you look at the confidence that Rodgers has throwing this football, when you look at the anticipation, because he has a certain trust in MVS, all of those things show. And I think that that's going to be monumental as we proceed, with this postseason. Those guys having a trust, man, being able to hit these receivers not named DK Metcalf, that's going to be critical. And it's going to be one of those things where we're going to look at Rodgers. We're going to look at this protection, and protection definitely this week, right? But all of those things are on display here. And that's how you get this nice chunk pass play right here, man. Man, we always say it's a game of matchups. Right here, watch Patrick Fryer move versus this safety. Now, usually this would be Cal Hamilton, but instead Cal is injured. And I'm talking right here on this hash mark, right? So with no Cal, this one-on-one, very different. Now they're playing Tampa 2, which is a zone concept, but this route versus this particular player is one-on-one. And you see move, oh, baby. routes. Oh Lord, love everything about this, man. Like I said, this one-on-one for Moof when it's Tampa 2 because that's the middle runner, and his job is to make sure that anything between these hashes or between the two deep safeties is his role. And like we said, Cal Hamilton at this part of the game had went out with a concussion, so you can see just the level of drop off, right? Still a good player that's guarding Fry Move, but the detail that Move puts with this particular route, and we're going to talk about it from the sideline copy and from the end zone copy. But if you pause it right around the 28, 29 yard line, watch Move, man. We call this giving a little head with the football, man. Because as a defender, when you're running this route, if you don't if all you do is chop your arms, chop your knees, but your head never turns one way or the other, I don't believe you, right? We're still going to say it's a vertical route, but when you give a little bit of the head fake in terms of looking to the right or looking to the left while also chopping, while also acting like you want to decelerate. Now, as a defender, I have to believe that. And that's what you see right here with the look outside. You see the arm starting to pump a lot more, and you see a slight deceleration. These are all the little details that come with running routes. And trust me, 29 is a great athlete. If you put 29 and 88 next to each other and said, all right, we're going to run cone drills, 29 is going to win because he is more athletic. He has better change of direction, and his straight line speed is fast. But that doesn't matter when you're covering. When you're covering, you have to be more cerebral and understand how a guy is trying to attack you and how he's trying to create separation and how he's trying to eat up your coverage. And ultimately, Move puts on a masterclass right here. Nice throw in terms of being over the middle of the field. This is what we all hope and desire to see more of. And then from there, man, explosive pass play. But beautiful job by the guys on offense, and especially Pat Fry Move with that route running. A nice catch right there. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I like touchdowns, especially running touchdowns, especially physical touchdowns, especially when it's the team MVP scoring the touchdown. And that's what you get right here, baby. Love the fact that we're going with our trusted old faithful 11 personnel, except it's 11X. Give me an extra offensive lineman in there. Hello, Spencer Anderson being eligible. But I love the misdirection. It makes it seem like everything should go left when you got Ben Skronik, the Pro Bowler, when you have Connor Hayward, shout out to the interview, and Spencer Anderson. But instead, we're going to give it and we're going to work to the field, man, and ultimately try to take advantage of Kenneth Gainwell's athleticism, or excuse me, not the field, the boundary. And that's ultimately, where we're able to get this leverage, though, from Kenneth Gainwell, who's aligned to the field. And then from there, man, outruns everyone. Nice blocking also by the big guys up front. When you talk McCormick, Fautanu and company, man, beautiful work. I see you, Frazier. These are not easy blocks, man, but they get the job done, and we get what my favorite thing is: a touchdown. Mama, there goes that man. We got to talk Mr. Stop and Go Calvin Austin. He is a speed demon. Whenever you see a defender with all four digits on the ground, all four extremities, 2 hands, 2 feet, we are not popping and locking. This is not the tip drill. We are not at the Freaknik. Get off the ground like that, big fella. But excellent route running right there by the man Calvin Austin. Big fan of him because of his development, because of his growth, because of his ability to overcome adversity, and more importantly, his playmaking. When you think he can't do it, don't worry. Yes, he can. And selfish plug, y'all want to see something cool? Watch this. Beautiful job, though, right? We know he scores a touchdown, but I just want to pause it right in the end zone, and I just want to show y'all something cool. So right at the top of the screen, you see, Calvin, he's getting ready to jump into the crowd, right? Well, at the top of the screen, if you all the way look at the top, right by the concrete, that's your boy over there, man, in front of the 2 gold shirts at the top. That's me and my little man right there celebrating, man. You can actually see that view on the vlog they just dropped. But shout out, man. Shout out to Calvin Austin right here, man. Excellent work. Love everything about this play. And of course, it was a massive touchdown at this part of the game.